let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Colts are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Finds him over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Juke the defender. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Young to throw here on 3rd. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts parlay the interception into points. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Running this one left. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They give it to him again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. The negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Running left is Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
Taylor again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Go!
They go again with Taylor. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They're set up at the 35 now. Young on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Young working from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd down, it's Young. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Escapes the pocket. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Taylor. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. It's 4 yards on 2nd and goal. Now they'll only need 3 on 3rd down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Come on, set.
Young on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Colts pull out in front further, 13-zip. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Gay with the point after. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. The give here on 2nd. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Colts will take over. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Ready?
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Go! 19 tight. 19 tight. Go!
Back to throw. Here's Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Here we go. Let's go.
To the air, Stroud. Caught near the pylon. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Texans driving ahead. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. We'll score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans make it a one-score game before halftime. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They motion the tight end over. Throw on 3rd down. Pittman's got it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To the air on 1st down. Young. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Play action now. Young. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warrior 70. Ready.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Launches one deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Taylor makes the catch. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st down, he keeps it left on the option. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2. Go!
Now a toss play. Taylor. And this time they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. Just short on 3rd down. No gain on the run. And now what will they do on 4th?
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And they bring him down around the 34. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
70 Timberwolves.
Here's a give to Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hauled in by Downs. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
Here we go.
First and goal, here's Taylor. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up second and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Taylor, and he's in for the touchdown. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
All right. Why, Tony.
Back to throw, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. He finds Stover. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Hey, south.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third, less than a yard.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
On play action, here's Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on 4th down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
They'll run for this. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. It's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Go! Set go!
Taylor trying the left side. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Now a run with Taylor. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Let's go! Ready?
Young to throw here on 3rd. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it. Young into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cowboy 80.
Another shot for Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Set, go!
Running with Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Texans have some new life in the 4th. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
All right.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. 40. Into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He cuts it back right. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.